Every week, a new band. Brought to you by NZ On Air. Active Life! Yeah.
No mahara mai. Welcome to the show. You're here on Radioactive.fm with a big thanks going out to NZ On Air Music. Today we're joined by the wonderful OdESSA back in the live room. Great to have you all here. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having us, Harry.
Hey, great to have you here. To start with, can you please introduce everyone for us, Matthew?
Absolutely. On drums, we have Thomas the Body Friggins.
Ooh,
On bass guitar, we have Paul Mounsey.
wonderful.
On guitar, we have Chris Armour. And I'm Matthew Pender.
Gosh, what a star-studded crew you all are. Arguably a supergroup, I would say.
Thank you very much.
Because you've been around for a wee while. It's great to have you back up here. I want to catch up new listeners for the history of OdESSA. Can you tell us about how you formed and where you all began?
We began way back in 2002. And there was a sort of different lineup of the band, but we were jamming. And a very good friend of ours named OdESSA asked us, will you play at my leaving party? I'm going overseas. And we said, sure. And we thought we should name ourselves for this, but we couldn't come up with a name. So we said, let's just name ourselves after OdESSA, like just for a joke, until we think of something else. And
Amazing.
and 21 years later.
That is so cool. Oh my gosh, shout out to OdESSA. Is she still overseas or is she back in the country?
No, she's back. She's back, and we have her blessing, and she's coming to the show tonight.
Awesome. Oh, that's so cool. So as you mentioned, you are playing tonight at Moon with the wonderful Monkhouse. This is the start of an amazing wee tour for you guys, a North Island tour, playing also in Hamilton and Auckland.
Yeah.
To start with, let's start with that actually. So tell us a bit about what the show is going to be like. What are you most looking forward to about returning back to your live circuit? Because I know you've done a few gigs around here in Wellington over the past few years. But this is your first time back in Hamilton and Auckland. Yeah,
since, we split up in 2009, and that was our farewell tour, and we thought that was it. So this is our first time back there since then. And so we reformed in 2021. And it's been like reconnecting with the songs and seeing a lot of familiar faces, and our show's just sweaty, party fun. A lot of dancing, a lot of drinking, a lot of good times.
That is the dream, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how amazing is that? So what is the secret sauce that brought you all back to the spotlight then? It's great to have you back.
Circumstance, really. I had moved overseas for 5-6 years. I was in London, and then this thing called COVID happened. You might have heard of it.
Indeed.
And so I came back just before everything went crazy. Thought I might be going back, but of course that didn't happen. And Paul said, "Well, why are you here? Why don't we do some gigs?" And so here we are. I didn't imagine that I'd be doing this again, and it's just been an absolute blessing.
That is so cool. Hey, Paul. So you're the person to thank for all of this, are you?
I suppose so. Yeah.
Oh, that is so
I'll
awesome.
take all the thanks. Yeah.
He's the mastermind, and I'm the monkey.
I love it. Those sound like good new lyrics, actually. So what is your earliest music-making memory together in that case? Because as you say, you've kind of got a prolific wee history there.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good question.
Yeah, just lots of drunken jams and
Willis
and
Street,
yeah,
absinthe,
yeah,
cricket in RO school.
yeah. It's all a bit murky now.
Yeah.
But it was things were a lot different then, but it's sort of the same again now. Like when we wrote the first album, Oak Park Avenue, came out in 2005. Wellington, there were a lot of for lease signs up everywhere. Things were closing down. There was a lot of dilapidation. Everyone was on the dole, and it felt like, and sort of wrote an album about that. And it feels like it's unfortunately come a bit full circle now. So the lyrics kind of hit home again. But yeah, we jammed a lot. The band got together. We toured a lot, and they were a wonderful 7 years. We put out a couple albums. The other two original members are overseas now, so we wanted to get the best guys we could for this group. So we got Chris and Thomas, and it just
Hey.
and the body, and it's just feeling so rejuvenated in every way.
That is awesome. Oh man, it's so good to have you guys back in the saddle. Can you tell us what song you're going to start off with today?
The first song is a song off that album, Oak Park Avenue, and it's called I Could Beat You in a Fight.
An absolute classic. I'm so excited to hear it.
I could beat you in a fight. Don't make me step up to you. Gonna beat you in a fight. I could beat you in a fight. Don't make me step up to you. Gonna beat you in a fight. Alright. I may be little, but I'm back to punch. I keep on coming to the nothing left. I may be little, but I'm back to punch. I keep on coming to the nothing left. Alright, I could beat you in a fight. Don't make me step up to you. Gonna beat you in a fight. I could beat you in a fight. Don't make me step up to you. Gonna beat you in a fight. Alright. I may be simple, but I know enough. I never give up, I never run. I may be simple, but I know enough. If I know one thing, it's trust no one. Don't make me step up to you. Gonna beat you in a fight. Ooh, I could beat you in a fight. Don't make me step up to you. Gonna beat you in a fight. By myself, but I give you my best. Oh, I dance all over your face and rip your heart right out of your chest. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe little, but I back to punch. Maybe little, oh. Maybe little, but I pack a punch. Maybe little, but I pack a punch.
That was awesome. Oh my goodness, that certainly packs a punch, eh? Lord almighty. That was awesome. Hey, thanks so much for that. If you just joined us, we're here in the Active Live Room with the one and only OdESSA. here to chat to us about their wonderful show at Moon tonight. So since reforming in around 2020, 2021, you've released a couple of singles, but you've also played some killer live shows.
Yeah.
I want to hear a bit about how you compare the crowds that you've played to in, say, the 2000s, 2010s, that sort of era, to the crowds that you're playing to now. What's it like? Do you notice any changes there?
No changes, except more people holding their phones up in the air, I think. But otherwise, everybody's dancing and smiling, having a good time. And see a lot of people that used to come 20 years ago, but sometimes they're holding babies now at the outdoor shows, which is really nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
A show for all ages.
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, it's the same high energy, really, really good feel.
Well, based on what we just saw, it's definitely high energy, I'm sure is the word for it. That's awesome, eh? So that's really cool. You guys have hinted at some new material that you're playing on this tour as well, which is something I'm particularly excited about. We may get an experience of that very soon as well, which is going to be really cool. Can you tell us about what we can expect from these upcoming new releases?
New songs, obviously. Really just... we've written a lot of new stuff, and it still feels like us. But we cover a lot of ground anyway. But funky stuff, it's lyrically, it's sort of looking a bit at this different stage of life that we're in, existential dread and all that stuff. But you can dance to it.
Hey, the best kind of existential dread, eh?
Yeah.
One you can get your groove on too.
Yeah, but we're working on that slowly, and we'll see something towards the end of the year or maybe next year, I think.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Oh, keep us posted on that. We're super excited to hear it, eh? What is the typical writing process for an OdESSA song, particularly these days with this new stuff that you're putting together? Do you all write together, or is it kind of one person writing? What's the process there?
It's a real mix. We do a lot of jamming together, or we write to that. Sometimes we're going to play a new song today, and Paul and I wrote that on a ukulele, which isn't here. But it's a very, very loose kind of process. If a good idea is a good idea, and we just pursue it.
That's awesome. Is it both of you that write the lyrical content, or where do the lyrics come from?
I'm responsible for that fiasco, and everyone else does the music.
That's awesome. I'm a big fan of your lyrics, eh? And as you say, I kind of think songs like Bring the Money Back and things like that were like older songs of yours really encapsulate, as you were saying before, the sort of zeitgeist of the time with everything going on right now. Can you tell us a bit about the lyrics that you have coming out and what they are kind of capturing, as you say, existential dread? Can you tell us about what some of those will be?
Yeah, well, it's like you said, it's come full circle again. So it's... Just a lot of observations of myself and society and people around us and things like that, which I try and make funny, but maybe it's just funny to me. I don't know. But you want to. John Lennon said, "Tell the truth and make it rhyme." So that's the pursuit there.
I love it. Oh, that is very exciting. Do you have any advice for musicians who are new to writing music together or who are new to writing lyrics like yours?
Write it down. Don't rely on remembering it. Always keep a notepad on you. You think you'll remember it, but you won't. It's like going to the supermarket,
So true.
And that would be about it. And have fun.
I like that. That's very poetic. It's like the supermarket. Awesome. So if you could describe these new tracks with one word, what would it be?
One word.
It's tough.
Yeah, I'm not very good with one word.
Fair enough.
I'll stick with supermarket.
Supermarket. I like it. It's a mix of a whole bunch of things conveniently at your door. That's an awesome way to describe it, I reckon. I like that. Cool. What do we have next? Do we have the track Bleeder? Is that right?
Yeah, this one's Bleeder. This was off our second album in 2007.
Awesome. Oh, we're looking forward to hearing it. There might be some new stuff on the way as well after that, which we're very excited about.
Yeah.
It's a mix of all. We're loving it.
red-eyed baby blue, held together by makeup and glue, but only on weekends, only on weekends. I'm not gonna light your fuse just so you can blow up in another guy's room. I know how this ends, I know how this ends. Street lights on her breath, a sweet drunk honey with a mouth to rest. These are not my friends, I hate you and your friends. A little out of your depth, no tomorrow and no regrets. This is where this ends, this is where this ends. Oh, this is where this ends. She cut the room, I held my breath. She had the hand of death. He didn't care, we are drinking mad. It's better off her than me instead. Yeah, sure, I'm a beater, but you could take a beating, that's for sure, that's for sure. Oh, that's for sure. Yeah, sure, I'm a beater, but you could take a beating, that's for sure, that's for sure. Oh, that's for sure, yeah. It all comes too easy to that teenage girl with the drama queen jeans, but only on weekends, only on weekends. Funny how it seems to be in just the next room when she needs a rescuing, burying her dead so she can dig them up again. This time it's not your fault, just visiting, stuck naked in a house of unlocked doors. Oh, yeah, sure, I'm a beater, but you could take a beating, that's for sure, that's for sure. Oh, that's for sure. I'm a beater, but you could take a beating, that's for sure, that's for sure. Oh, that's for sure, that's for sure. Oh, it's gonna get ugly before it gets better. Big man is gonna get a lawyer to send you a letter. Big man, he had it, he lost it. Oh, had to be somewhere, can't just disappear. He let it get to him. Oh, oh, oh. Now everybody stares, but nothing's really there. That's for sure. Oh, that's for sure. You ever get the feeling you and I were meant to be friends? I know it's weird. I know it's weird. I can always do beginnings and I get there in the end. It's a matter that I'm struggling with. Oh, yeah, yeah. The dogs are sniffing round. They say once a cheater, always a cheater. That's what they say. You tempt me, baby. Swallowed whole by your own ego. Shut up for somebody else to clean up. Who's gonna clean up now? I'm yeah, sure, I'm a beater, but you can take a beater. That's for sure, that's for sure. I'm a beater, but you could take a beating, that's for sure, that's for sure. Ah, that's for sure, that's for sure. Hey, oh, it's gonna get ugly before it gets better. He's gonna get a lawyer to send you a letter.
Oh my god, I had to stop grooving. Oh, that was awesome. Thanks so much, team. For those of you who've just joined us here on Radioactive.fm, we've got wonderful OdESSA in the live room with us today, ahead of their show tonight at Moon. So great to have you guys here. Oh my goodness. That voice. Powerhouse. Absolute powerhouse. So this is your first tour since your return, right?
That's correct.
Cool. Oh man, that's so exciting. What are you most looking forward to about returning to cities like Hamilton and Auckland?
Just reconnecting with old friends, hopefully, and meeting new ones. You know, I feel that if we can play in front of people, they'll dig it most of the time, and having some new adventures with these guys will be great too.
Awesome.
And who hates sleeping in a van?
Yeah, interesting question, that one. Oh, that's going to be awesome. So you guys are doing the full van life thing for the tour as well. Good on you.
Yeah.
Amazing. And now, I know you've played there in the past, and it was a wee while ago, but what are some of the best memories that you have from these two cities that you're visiting?
I remember visiting a Subway in Hamilton at 1:30 in the morning and watching. Imagine working at Subway and serving drunk people at Subway 1:30 in the morning. And I remember just standing there and having just such awe and gratitude at these poor people wherever they are now. Aside from that, those cities, we spent a lot of time in Auckland. We used to go there a lot. We made a lot of friends, had some great shows there. You know, it feels a long time ago, but it also feels like last year. You know?
That's amazing. I totally understand what you mean. Oh, man. And I love that you shout out to the service workers. That's an important shout out. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. So when you're up there, you're going to be playing with some really cool people. You've got Pioneer. Is that how you pronounce that one?
Yeah, I believe so.
Nice. The Ideas and Ballot Box you're performing with too?
What was the other one, sorry?
Ballot Box and The Ideas.
Yeah, really looking forward to that.
That's going to be cool. How did you get to know them and what attracted you to their music?
Just we were looking at bands online we thought that we could play with, and they really stuck out to us. We thought, yeah, I'd love to meet these guys and play with them. That's one of the best things about touring is meeting new bands, you know, who can then come down here and play with us, you know. So a big community.
So true. So important as well. That's awesome. And making space for newer bands as well, I think, is a really important thing too.
Yeah.
Good on you guys.
One born every minute.
Exactly. You're playing some cool places too. Obviously, the Whammy Bar is such an iconic venue. You guys played there much before?
Yeah, we played there in 2008, I think, or 2007, round about that time.
Nice.
Yeah, and I feel like hadn't been open that long, but I could be wrong. But I remember that show very well. I remember there was a lot of expressive dancing going on, and I thought, wow, this is interesting. It turns out there were all these theatre students there that we met afterwards. But it was a vibe, man.
I love that. Anyone listening from Auckland, please bring your best expressive dancing abilities.
Yeah.
To the show. Oh, that's so cool.
And anyone from Hamilton, bring Subway sandwich.
Hopefully the custodians are listening and they're going to come in and thank you for the shout out. Now, what's your number one piece of touring and gigging advice for people listening? What would you say is the number one thing to remember?
Stay hydrated. What was it David Bowie said? Learn to sleep on a van. We've covered that already. What else? You've been touring. Don't go to bed angry.
Aw, that's a lovely one. Shout out, Thomas. That's great.
Yeah. and bring a towel.
Yeah, you're definitely going to need one of those. Everyone's going to be dancing so hard,
Yeah.
especially in Whammy. It's going to get particularly hot down there, I can imagine. So now as well, we haven't even talked about the fact that you're playing at Moon. It's going to be so exciting. Do you have any tricks, tips, or otherwise that you're going to be pulling from hats for that evening that people can expect or look forward to?
We'll just be doing what we do. Really looking forward to seeing Monkhouse again and playing with them. Yeah, it'll be hot. It'll be sweaty. So bring a jacket for when you go back outside, because there's a lot of germs around. We'll be playing a few songs that we haven't played in a long, long time. So that's something for fans to look forward to. You can expect a very good time.
Indeed.
I promise.
Indeed, you can. It's a very conscientious message there. I love it. When was the last time you played with Monkhouse? They're opening for you guys at Moon. That's going to be a fun one.
Haven't had the pleasure of playing with them yet.
Haven't you? Cool.
We've been talking to each other for a while, and finally, it's finally happening.
Yay. Yeah. I can imagine there's a bit of that going around at the moment, having formed during COVID, or reformed during COVID, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of plans that have had to be delayed.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. Should we do one more song just so that we can try and fit them all in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. Or this next song, I should say, and then we'll try and fit in the second one after that. What have we got coming up? This is one of the newer ones, right?
Yeah, this is a new song that will be on the next album. It's recorded. It's different from what we've played already. It's a much slower, downbeat one. It's called Ancient Ruins.
Very exciting. Thanks for playing it here. We're excited to have it on the airwaves.
Better not be a dick tonight, 'cause everybody's gonna be there, and you only say what you mean when you don't mean it. Now you're drinking just to escape. Better not tell that joke tonight. They won't forget the mistakes you make. And if you stumble when you're running your own victory lap, you'll get trampled by your own parade. And here comes Scarecrow 22 in last year's tuxedo. What started out an autograph on a beer mat quickly turned into an IOU. And you still keep running back to the fire when you feel so cold. You'd rather be burned alive. Escape to the other side of the world, just to find your problems waiting there, whether at the top of a VIP list or the bottom of a bottle of gin. And your chest pains aren't going away, and nobody can tell you why. Well, the doctor says you should slow down a little as she's writing you another script. And you're never gonna get away from it. And fashion is not your friend. They'll never let you work the machine unsupervised, but you know which button to push. And a storm-beaten boat still needs the sea to float it somewhere home. The more a heart breaks, the better it works, but you better keep the receipt. And you still keep running back to the fire when you feel so cold. You'd rather be burned alive. Fresh paint on an ancient ruin, in paradise. Many times you climbed and conquered mountains, you're still a coward in her eyes. Where's my movie, my book deal? Said the white rat on the wheel. There comes a time when your memories mean much more than your dreams. And she said that the baby's probably mine.
Oh my goodness, what a beautiful song. Thanks.
Thank you, Harry.
That was just stunning. Thanks so much for playing that one. I'm going to sit with those lyrics all afternoon, I think. Beautiful. And now for my final question today, because I'm aware we want to do one more. What is one thing you hope people take away from your show tonight?
Joy.
Joy. I love that. Very succinct and beautiful answer there. Hey, Matthew, Paul, Chris, and Thomas, thank you so much for being here today. It's been so lovely having you on air. We've got one last song to do, is that right?
That's correct.
Wonderful. Let's get into it. What have we got?
This one's called Back from the Dead.
Amazing. I want to say big thanks to NZ On Air Music for helping us out with this one. And also catch these guys tonight at Moon. Doors open 8 p.m. Tickets from Mosh Tix. It's going to be so much fun.
And with student ID, it's $15 on the door.
Hey, beautiful. Head on in and check it out.
I haven't felt myself lately. It's almost as if unconsciously I'm slowly but surely giving in, but I guess that'd make me a hypocrite. I never said that I knew best, and I never guessed that you come back from the dead. I took my feelings out on you. You didn't fold like I expected you to. I drew you in, I drew you out. You live within me while I live without. I can't pretend that this game will ever end, and I never guessed that you come back from the dead. Keep on telling her that you're weak, that you're strong and not worthy. She might believe you. Keep on telling her that you're weak, that you're strong and not worthy. She might believe you. Keep on telling her that you're weak, that you're strong and not worthy. She might believe you. That I knew best, and I never guessed game will ever end. And I never, girl, that you come back from the dead. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Active Live. Friday, 3:30. Every week a new band. In studio. Brought to you by NZ On Air.